A bold move, Montana's FWP Director advocates for grizzly bear delisting. In a surprising turn of events, Christy Clark, the director of Montana's Fish, Wildlife and Parks, FWP, has boldly declared that Montana is ready to delist the grizzly bear during a recent panel discussion at the Western Caucus Policy Summit. This announcement has sparked intense debate among wildlife enthusiasts, conservationists, and policymakers alike. But here's where it gets controversial. During the annual Policy Summit, held in the Flathead Valley, a gathering of congressional members, Trump administration officials, and stakeholders convened to discuss various environmental policies. Among the topics discussed, grizzly bear delisting took center stage, with Clark passionately advocating for state management of the species. Growing up on the Rocky Mountain front, Clark has first-hand experience dealing with grizzly bears on her property. However, the situation has drastically changed over the years. By 1995, when she had children of her own, the high-density population of bears led to increased conflicts with humans, resulting in numerous livestock losses and close encounters with her sons. And this is the part most people miss. Despite the grizzly bear's protected status under the Endangered Species Act, ESA, since 1975, attempts to delist the species have faced legal challenges. In January, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service denied petitions from Montana and Wyoming to delist the bears in their recovery zones, instead establishing a distinct population segment in Idaho, Montana, Washington, and Wyoming, where the bears retain threatened status under the ESA. The recent rise in grizzly bear deaths and conflicts has prompted Clark's agency to shift its messaging, emphasizing the impact of such conflicts on humans rather than bears. With over 61 conflicts by midsummer, including 20 direct human conflicts involving charging bears, Clark asserts that Montana is ready for delisting and state management. However, the path to delisting remains contentious. Clark's stance aligns with Montana's congressional delegation, who are co-sponsors of a bill in the U.S. House Committee on Natural Resources aiming to delist Yellowstone grizzlies. This proposal has garnered support from over 50 organizations, primarily focused on wildlife, urging Congress to reconsider the bill. Amidst the debate, Clark emphasizes that Montanans love seeing grizzly bears on the landscape and are proud of their presence. The challenge lies in finding a solution that allows people to recreate, protect their livestock, and manage high-density populations where conflicts are prevalent. The Western Caucus Policy Summit, attended by members of the Congressional Western Caucus and Trump administration officials, provided a platform for Clark to express her views on grizzly bear delisting. The summit, hosted by the Western Caucus Foundation, aimed to educate policymakers and the public on Western ideals, including individual and private property rights, strong state governmental influence, and economic growth. During the panel discussion, Clark was joined by Senator Cynthia Lummis, Wyoming's Game and Fish Department Director Angie Bruce, and Joshua W. D. Coursey, a senior advisor to the director of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The panelists agreed with Clark's perspective, using the grizzly bear issue as an example of the need for a new approach to the ESA and species recovery. Senator Lummis proposed renaming the Endangered Species Act to the Endangered Species Recovery Act, symbolically reflecting the law's intent. All panelists acknowledged the grizzly bear's remarkable recovery since its initial designation as endangered. According to estimates, there are now approximately 2,000 grizzlies in two core populations in the northern Rockies, up from around 800 bears in the late 1900s. The panel's discussion delved into the complexities of litigation and the delicate balance between humans and wildlife. They argued that conservation efforts should not result in animals overtaking the landscape. The summit featured a range of speakers addressing issues pertinent to the West, including wildfire management, prevention strategies, and the lengthy permitting process for natural resource extraction. The event continued with discussions on federal land and resources policy, featuring remarks from U.S. Forest Service Chief Tom Schultz. The summit concluded with Glacier National Park Superintendent Dave Romer discussing the Great American Outdoors Act and a panel exploring the state-federal partnership in public lands management. Montana Representative Ryan Zinke participated in the final panel, adding his insights to the ongoing debate. The controversy surrounding grizzly bear delisting raises important questions about wildlife management, conservation, and human-wildlife coexistence. What do you think? Should grizzly bears be delisted, or should their protected status remain intact? Share your thoughts in the comment section below.